Good afternoon or good evening, St. Patrick families. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020. I hope you were able to have a good weekend. Now, the stories we will hear this week in the Gospel will tell us what happened to Jesus before he was arrested. Jesus rode a donkey into the city of Jerusalem, and the people honored him. Now, many people had hoped for a king who would fight Rome, but Jesus was a different kind of king. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew says this. When they had come near Jerusalem, Jesus sent 2 disciples, saying to them, "Go into the village ahead of you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied and a colt with her. Untie them and bring them to me." The disciples went and did as Jesus had directed them. They brought the donkey and the colt and put their cloaks on them, and Jesus sat on them. A very large crowd spread their cloaks on the road, and others cut branches and placed them on the road as well. The crowds that went ahead of Jesus and that followed were shouting, "Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest heaven!" Now when Jesus entered Jerusalem, the whole city was in turmoil, asking, "Who is this?" The crowds were saying, "This is the prophet Jesus from Nazareth in Galilee." Now, as we remember, Jesus came to teach the world not through force, but through love, and that he always goes ahead of us, even though the path might be uncertain. Now, I know I missed morning announcements on Friday. We had a lot going on in the Clark household, especially with a 3rd grader with homework myself. I hope you have a wonderful weekend once again. And there's some posts on our Facebook page. First of all, from yesterday, that today is Make It Monday, and the challenge is up there to post something that you create. So please, we want to see your creativity. So share some pictures of your students building or drawing or creating something that we can see what everyone's working on today. Today is National Doctors Day. We have been praying constantly for our doctors and physicians' assistants and nurses and all other medical professionals who have been battling this coronavirus from their perspective. Hopefully we can all still follow what we're being asked to do to lessen the amount of patients so that the hospitals can continue to help those in need. Now, there is also a video for your students and for you posted on our Facebook page that will be emailed out. Now, I watched it myself, and not to give anything away, but I think someone might have been cutting onions in the house because my cheeks ended up a little wet afterwards. We do hope you enjoy that video and that your students do as well. Report cards for the 3rd quarter are going to go out at the end of this week. And the Archdiocese this week will be discussing among some of the principals, with advice from teachers as well, how grading is going to look like for the 4th quarter. The biggest part of our conversation last week is that we do want to be sure that the students are showing learning and mastery of the concepts that we will be teaching, even in today's distance learning that we've been using. We do need everyone to be logging on and completing the work. I know that last week was new, and some people were going through some difficulties with jobs and with timing and having multiple children and working. I know that myself. I hope you've been able to move forward this week. You've been able to create some normalcy in your homes and ensure that we are meeting expectations for learning. I know our teachers have been sharing with you some different sites and different opportunities for learning beyond what we are giving as far as our classwork or homework, as it were. And we continue to hope that that becomes more and more successful as we move on with this week and into next week as well. Now, I will be sending out an email discussing some of what the teachers and I discussed at our staff meeting on Friday. But I'm going to send that out tomorrow afternoon after my phone call with the Archdiocese superintendents and other administrators, in hopes that some of the maybes will be turned to will be's. I know that you're getting a lot of information as well, some emails and messages, and if I send that out tomorrow, instead of having 2 separate emails, I can send out one more concise email, especially after the President's announcements of the April 30th date as far as staying at home. I know the governor will be sharing some words as well, and hopefully in my phone call tomorrow, I'll have some more information from the Archdiocese perspective. I thank you for your patience in that, and know that I'm waiting till tomorrow to try to make it a little bit easier on all of our families. I do have a YouTube channel now for all these announcements, so we'll start sending those links out for the daily announcements in the email as well. I apologize that took a while. But again, we've been working, and I have a son who's in 3rd grade who's been getting quite a bit of homework now after a couple of weeks of distance learning himself. We do have some birthdays to announce from the weekend. A very happy belated birthday to Brennan in 7th grade, Christian in 6th, Nick in 8th grade, Olivia in 2nd. And there are no birthdays today, but I know that we have one coming up tomorrow. And now, how about a joke for the day? All right, it is time for the
Joke of the day!
Why did the chemistry teacher stop telling jokes?
Because she never got a reaction.
Good thing that I don't stop because of that. Lynn Marchese knows about not giving reactions to my jokes. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Keep learning, stay well, be safe, and know that we miss you all very much. Have a great day, everybody.